You wake up gasping, sweat trickling down your neck, trying to understand what that dream was all about. On most days, you couldn't remember a single detail from your dreams. But this one, you remember from the start to finish. Every detail, every color, every piece of sound in it. And that's weird. As you head out for the day, you grab your bag off the counter and stop dead. It's sitting exactly how it was in the dream, leaned against the wall, zip open, laptop underneath it. You don't even remember leaving it like that last night. Somehow, the dream did, and you remember it from there. You ignore it and book your Uber straight to the office. The driver's got the radio on, some song that's been sitting at the top of the billboards for 2 weeks straight, and you've heard it so many times that you've actually stopped hearing it. Except right as it plays, something in your ears goes ringing. That song was in the dream, not its exact version, a slower one, stripped down, like someone had pulled it apart and made their own remix to fit into your dream. You'd never once consciously registered the chartbuster before this moment, but somehow your subconsciously absorbed it enough to play it in your sleep. And by the time you reach your office, you've basically stopped ignoring anything from the dream. You start running the whole dream back on purpose, trying to match it against the last couple of days like a checklist. The bag, the song, the landmarks, the walkways. Everything you saw in that dream was already in your head, registered by one of your senses. Your mind was just waiting for you to be unconscious enough to deliver it as a modified file that you could actually look at. And you realize that's what a dream genuinely is, not a message, not a warning, nothing waiting to be decoded. Just already lived moments of your life, rearranged by a brain that apparently pays a lot more attention than you ever give it credit for. Every piece of furniture, every song you liked or ignored, every small detail, all of it quietly stitched together as a meaningful narrative. The great philosopher Aristotle had theorized the same thing. He mentioned that while awake, we interact and perceive reality and capture sensory information. And then, in our unconscious state of sleep, our mind replays these after images built on what we experienced while awake. Psychology also details in the information processing theory that a brain reactivates memory traces from the day and mixes them with older memories to make them permanent. And then, as suggested by the memory consolidation research, our brain takes these familiar memory fragments and stitches them into a meaningful narrative. That night, getting ready for bed, you catch yourself humming it. The slow remix version from the dream, not the real one that was actually on the radio. You stop mid hum and just stand there for a second and brush it off with a smile. You've probably seen such dreams on quite a couple of nights in your life. Replayed every sensory data that you captured in reality, mellowed it out, and put it all together to create a meaningful story, and then handed it back to yourself while you slept through the whole thing. Most nights, you never catch it happening at all. But last night you did. And that's the only part that's actually new.